78% of suicide rates worldwide are men. What can we do to help them? We like hugs. And hashtag X200B. And hashtag X200B. Just hug PLS. I want a hug edit. Wow, that's a lot of hugs. Hugs everyone who saw this. Deleted. Deleted. Understand that, we as men, we have problems. Sometimes we can't deal with them. And that's okay. We need as much support as everyone else. We're all human. Life is tough for us all, so men need help too. Listen to your male friends and to your partners. Do not dismiss their feelings. Encourage them. Tell them it's okay to be vulnerable and to feel. It's humane to feel down and it's humane to need help. It's okay. Give them a hug. God, men are really deprived of basic platonic touching. Show them, they can be themselves, it's okay, they do not have to act tough all the time. Stop overworking and underpaying them and putting unreasonable expectations on them. Emotional support is useless if it does not fix the problem. Men typically want to function, to feel useful and contribute either through their lifestyle, career, etc. Talking about your feelings can only accomplish so much, but when society acts like they don't need you and you lack purpose or direction in life, things get pretty grim and no amount of talk therapy is going to remedy that. Deleted. Act like spiritual and personal needs of the individual are more powerful and important than coin. That would be an excellent start. Men have all the pressure of being the providers for their families, so aside from teaching them to deal with their stress better, there's not much that can be done. I can't remember a time I've been complimented by someone who isn't direct family. I think 3 years ago my friend said my new shoes looked cool. I still hold on to that one. Sure, we made it easier to discuss feelings. And in that we added new pressures. Men today can't support a family of 4 on a 9-to-5 with no college debt. They don't own property. They are wrong if they work too much and lazy if they don't work enough. They can tell you how they feel, but what good does it do? If they do traditional masculine things, they're brutes. If they don't, they're sissies. I could keep going, but it's hard to type with one hand. I broke my wrist this week. Joy. Deleted. Our world is getting more isolating with the advancements in technology. We didn't evolve to thrive in this kind of system. There isn't no community anymore. More people are unhappy than happy. I just see a bunch of red flags when it comes to how we live. Also, most guys aren't getting taken seriously when it comes to mental illness. I am depressed and people still tell me just snap out of it, put a smile on your face or be thankful for what you have. That makes me feel worse, and I am sure I'm not alone on this. As a man that struggles, there is a lot of pressure, but people want you to show emotions, except anger, and anger is a lot of my emotions. What people mean is to cry and be sad. I'm sad because I can't get angry. No one seems to really care. They placate to me and say I'm fine. But I don't feel fine. Historically, men were treated as expendable but had social status and power. Women were protected and not treated as expendable, but in return they had no social status or power. This created a number of unfair dynamics. These days women have attained the ability to attain social status and power. They also still enjoy the protections they previously benefited from. Men similarly retain being treated as expendable, but have enormously reduced importance in today's world. Men simply aren't as needed or important in today's world, and that's extremely hard on the male brain that innately wants to be someone's hero. I have no idea what the solution is or how to even begin helping, but I am confident that this is the driving force behind increasingly poor male mental health. Nobody wants to talk about men's issues. If 78% of suicides were women, it would be talked about non-stop. Just look at breast cancer versus prostate cancer. There is virtually no public awareness about prostate cancer. Provide on-street, Futurama-style booths. Am I the only one that thought you wanted to help those people kill themselves? Comfort men when they're struggling. Also, I feel like this should be tagged as serious. Stop thinking all men are the same and calling us misogynistic for whenever we defend ourselves. Men have complex feelings and we are humble to our roots. Just treat us as humans and hug us at the most random of times. Sometimes we forget that crying is the safest coping mechanism. With the way our society operates, you can't. Overpopulation doesn't help either. If anyone works it out, let me know. Both genders receive an awful lot of unfairness. It seems to me that it's semi-universally embraced to try to correct unfairness against women, but don't you dare speak out against unfairness to men. I was talking to my wife the other day about something I noticed at work. I'm a not conventionally attractive guy, and through the couple years I worked at this job, I noticed that all of the single younger women were somewhat cold to me. One-word answers, not smiling, that kind of thing. I am monogamous and was happily taken this whole time. I never said anything even slightly flirtatious. Just tried to have general chit-chat while I fixed their computers. Suddenly, after getting married, which was announced to everyone at work, all of these women were willing to speak to and be friendly back to me. I mean, all of them. It caught me off guard. They ask me questions now. We have actual conversations. Complete 180 degrees. My wife and I think this is because they were trying to avoid friendliness so I wouldn't hit on them, as they've likely had experiences with that kind of thing in the past. Can we all agree that this paradigm is a problem for both genders? I met my wife in high school. I was one of the lucky ones. Imagine being a less than attractive guy without a partner, and the only available women literally refuse to talk to you, through no fault of your own. I was 100% workspace etiquette appropriate and was still met with that response, so isn't always an issue of the guy being creepy or forward. No wonder so many guys get depressed, or so many go down the dark road of red pill bullshit. It doesn't matter how much of a good personality you have if they don't treat you like a person. I realize loneliness is only one of many causes of male suicides, but I'm ultra empathetic. Listen to them. A lot of men are forced to believe emotions are weak. We need to teach them that tears don't mean they're weak, it means they're human. We need to reach out to them, ask them how they're feeling, and kill toxic masculinity. A single hug. Obligatory. This will be USA-centric. Opioids, war-related PTSD, states that never recovered from the recession, traditionally male industries being automated or replaced, something that'll get even worse when self-driving trucks happen. Men are also allegedly more prone to attempt suicide in more violent ways, a gun versus some pills that you could throw up. The why isn't that baffling, but I'm worried it'll get worse as rural communities get left further and further behind. We can work to promote more blue-collar jobs, fight to make mental health care more accessible, and do more for people struggling with drugs, alcohol, and PTSD. But I'm not sure we will. Stop assuming anyone concerned about men's issues is a misogynist. Reporting and talking about suicides, especially sympathetically, has been shown to have a ripple effect, so not reporting when people kill themselves would help. Compliments make me uncomfortable. Not automatically assuming they are an incel/neckbeard for bringing up male rights issues or talking down to them with sexist slurs. Treat us as equal to women. I think the best thing people can do is learn to love themselves. Do not depend on family, friends, partners, etc. to complete you. Humans in general will let you down 99% of the time. When push comes to shove, everyone is in it for themselves. If they fool you into believing otherwise, then you will eventually get hurt. I'm not saying to not get involved in relationships, but if you are not happy with yourself, you will only bring misery to others. The longer you hide it, the worse the outcome. Eat right, exercise, do things that you enjoy. And most of all, don't be afraid to be alone. Society programs you to think you need someone, then when that person leaves, your life is in shambles. Kill the stigma. Men can't be emotional/show emotion. Most men I know that are depressed are because of alimony or child support for children they never wanted. They work 70 plus hours a week so they can live in the 5-bedroom house he bought while he rents a room with a meth head because he can't afford anything else. Here's something. Men are continually being told by women, mostly, to shun all forms of toxic masculinity. Now don't get me wrong, actual toxic masculinity insofar as domestic abuse and actual harmful behavior is very bad, but when you start villainizing traditional masculinity, that's where things start to get hairy. Men are also told by women to be sensitive, express their feelings, and it is implied that this means being generally submissive and meek, though it is not stated outright. Here's where things get problematic. When men believe they possess these characteristics, i.e., I'm a nice guy, I'm considerate, I listen, I'm woke. Why won't women date me? Well friend, it's because women generally want one thing, but are biologically hardwired, thanks evolution, to want another. Despite our high-minded ideals of social justice and the fact that we are special, we are just like every other animal. Procreation is the name of the game. Through evolution, women are attracted to men who are capable. This is why wealthy, powerful, and muscular men tend to copulate more often than poor, weak men. On the flip side, men are attracted to women who are biologically superior in caring for their potential children. Hence, why we're attracted to large breasts, and nice round, healthy posteriors. This is why these women tend to copulate more than women who don't possess these characteristics. It's simple biology, folks, yet we keep trying to act like it's not. Back to the suicide issue, men are not feeling valued as much as they used to. Possibly due to economic reasons, or lack of romantic opportunities. How do we stop or reverse the trend? Stop villainizing men first, looking at you BuzzFeed. Second, let men know they are needed in society, and encourage men to pursue the things that make them happy.
With